All right, we're gonna try this one more time. I had something in the oven, the timer went off, so I have to start over again. And again, I'm gonna yawn through this whole thing. Doesn't matter how much coffee I drink. Anyway, today is the August 15th. Yesterday was Free Comic Book Day. I went to 4 different places. They were Torpedo Comics in Orange, Nuclear Comics in Laguna Hills, and Comics Quest here in Lake Forest, as well as my old employer, the City of Orange Public Library, which every year has like a Comic-Con. This year, I'm not sure if they're doing Comic-Con later this year, which I actually helped start. I did the original when I was still working there, and they continued after I left, which I feel good about. But this was a Free Comic Book Day. They gave out some free comic books, Free Comic Book Day comics, which they ordered. Since schools and libraries can get in on that program. And also, they had stuff from previous years that they also gave out. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and start with these. Should be in alphabetical order, I believe. By not by publisher, but sometimes by publisher, sometimes by title. Anyway, this is a Batman special edition from DC. Has a previews of Batman Fear State and I Am Batman. We got also from DC, we got Suicide Squad, King Shark. I don't know if this is new or reprints, but it also has a preview of Suicide Squad Get Joker, which is a limited series. I think it's Black Label. I'm not picking it up because my tolerance for the Joker has reached one of those points. Speaking of characters, which maybe my tolerance is finally getting to that point, we got Spider-Man Venom. This has not together. These are samples of 2 new series. I'm guessing Spider-Man's getting a new writer, as well as Venom, both later on this fall. From Archie, we have Archie Past, Present, and Future Fun. The premise of this, and I believe this is a one and done, is that Archie somehow goes to alternate worlds, meeting alternate versions of himself, including Lil Archie, the Archie from Riverdale, the ones from Afterlife with Archie, etc. So I'm looking forward to that. As I said, I think that's a one and done story. From Black Mask, we have Black plus Cal Exit. Black I'm not familiar with. Cal Exit was a series a while ago. I don't think it finished. I have to double check on that. Deals with the state of California seceding from the United States and how things go from there. We got Captain Canuck, Year 1, Book 1 of 3. I believe this is 2 or 3 years old, I believe. And I happen to like the Captain Canuck character. Anyways, I decided to pick it up, even though it was an older book. And I think I might even have the original copy I picked up a few years ago. From Mad Cave, a publisher I'm not aware of, we got Bountiful Garden, which is space travel. A group of teenagers are sent, well, a group of youths are sent into space, slowly aging, and for some reason, the ship has a breakdown. They find themselves over a planet they had no awareness of. The team splits up. One team going down to the planet to find out what's down there. The other staying on the ship trying to repair it. The plot sounds interesting. They talked about it on a podcast I was listening to. And we have Dungeon is Back. I picked up a few issues of the original Dungeon series, so it'd be cool to see how the characters, what the characters are doing. If you're picking up the free comic book day stuff, you'll see that apparently Coke bought ads on a lot of these from various different publishers. So I'm guessing they went through not the publishers, but they probably went through FCBD itself. Then we have Enter the House of Slaughter, which is a tie-in to Something is Killing the Children, where we discover where the main character was trained and who recruited her, and this deals with other characters in that same universe. So that sounds cool. From Silver Sprocket, we have Tales of a Grown-Up Nothing by Elizabeth Pick. That's Fun Girl. And supposed to be, a young woman growing up, dealing with, adult relationships, etc. Again, I had a good promo on a podcast, so I decided to pick it up. Every year we pick up a copy of either 2000 AD or Judge Dredd, whatever Titan decides to put out. This has, I'm guessing, probably new samples of new and reprints. Notice this year that New England Comics didn't come out with a copy of The Tick. I understand something's going on with that, but I don't know. I don't know if that was a creator issue. I can barely keep up with the stuff that's appearing regularly. From Benitez, I never know how to pronounce that. I believe it's Joe Benitez. His Lady Mechanica. Every year he comes out with an issue. It's usually samples of pages from a previously released volume of the book, Cyberpunk, Victorian Cyberpunk, which is, the art is absolutely amazing. The covers that he does only gives you a hint of how remarkable and sexy the book is. This is a sneak peek from who did this? 10 Speed Press. This is On Tyranny, 20 Lessons from the 20th Century, written by Timothy Snyder, illustrated by Nora King. It's a graphic novel version of the incredible book On Tyranny that Snyder wrote several years ago, probably about a decade ago, which is sort of prescient, talking about the rise of authoritarian governments, and it actually does have, towards the end of the book, which was published a few years ago, talks about the Trump administration. So yeah, I'm one of those guys. progressive lefty. From Kaboom, R.L. Stein, Just Beyond. I hope everyone saw the Fear Street trilogy, which was absolutely amazing. And if you watched it, realize no spoilers, but it looks like there could be a sequel. We'll see. This is Red Room by Ed Piskor. This is very adult, very graphic, very violent. Graphic violence, graphic sex. And if you're into like slasher horror, try this out. I believe this is sort of reprint from probably the first volume of that book. There's at least 3 issues out at this time. It deals with the dark web and various families that are who have set up channels where they do torture and snuff films. From AWA, the Upshot imprint. This is from J. Michael Straczynski. We have The Resistance Uprising, 1 of 6. Jerry Whitley writes, this is from Paper Cuts, which is a YA imprint, I think. From, but they do a lot of teen and juvenile graphic novels, and this is The School for Extraterrestrial Girls. This is, I think someone said that it reprints the opening chapter from, I think, the 2nd volume. Reintroduces a lot of the characters and the setup of these aliens who were forced by the government to attend this school. We have Stray Comics, which is the Stray Dogs, which is a prequel to the first issue and the series about a serial killer who takes the dogs of the women he kills as a trophy. We have Trailer Park Boys. I pick up the first issue. I think this is the same book with just an alternate cover. If you're not familiar with the series, I highly recommend it exactly as it says. It's a really fun, over-the-top comedy about these guys who have grown up since they were kids. They grew up in this trailer park in Canada, and their morals leave something to be desired. But it's a very funny show. There's also a several episode animated series, which was pretty good too, which of course allows them to do things like go into outer space and have adventures, things like that. From Blaze, we have Trace Unreported Murders. This is based on a manga and is being turned into a Netflix anime series. If I understand it right, it's about a detective who deals with the supernatural. From Valiant, we have Valiant 2021. There's a Ninjak, and also they have previews of the current series of Exo Manowar, the Shadow Man, and the Harbinger. Exo Manowar is getting a reboot. Shadow Man has already started, and the Harbinger is, I think, also another reboot. We got from American mythology. We have World of Zorro, with reprints of classic adventures as well as new. The old, I think they're Alex Tarth stories, as well as the new supernatural take that they're doing with. This from Epicenter Comics. We have Zagar, the Alien Saga. As a science fiction series started back in the 1961 by writer Sergio Bonelli, writing under the pseudonym Guido Nolita, and artist Giuliano Ferri. And basically it's sort of a mixture of science fiction, westerns, fantasy. I know nothing about it. This is sort of a sample, and it looks like a number of issues of the reprints of the the Spanish book is out. This is kind of a sample, has kind of a Silver Age quality to the art, or yeah, pretty much European. I think that's it. I don't know if this is gonna. I picked up all this stuff. I don't think I have enough time. I've gone on way too long. I apologize. I didn't mean to ramble. Take care of yourself. Wear your mask if necessary. Get vaccinated if you haven't. And peace out.